Well, I wanted to visit with you to update you on Texas's response to the President's executive order, where we are and where we're going. At the beginning, I think it's extremely important to emphasize that I am addressing this as a legal issue, not a political issue. The President has crossed the line from politics to endangering the constitutional structure. Protecting constitutional limits on executive authority are more important than any one single issue. Now, it doesn't matter where you come down on the immigration issue. Most everyone agrees that the immigration system in America is broken. Similarly, most everyone agrees that executive fiat is not the right way to fix it. The President must follow the laws just like everyone else. Our constitutional structure does not work when the President is untethered from the law. That is what has happened here. Barack Obama himself said more than 20 times that he would be ignoring the law if he acted unilaterally to grant greater dispensation from immigration laws. He was right when he said that. He was wrong to change his mind. Our analysis here at the Attorney General's office shows that Barack Obama's executive order violates at least the Take Care Clause of the United States Constitution found in Article 2, Section 3, congressional authority to regulate immigration and naturalization found in Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution, as well as violating the Administrative Procedure Act. Now, the Take Care Clause, Article 2, Section 3 of the United States Constitution says that the President must take care to faithfully execute the laws passed by Congress. Contrary to that provision, the President is suspending parts of laws passed by Congress. The ability of the President to dispense with laws was specifically considered and rejected at the Constitutional Convention. To ensure that the President was required to execute laws passed by Congress rather than suspend them, the Take Care Clause was added to the United States Constitution. The President does not have the authority to alter or suspend laws. Instead, he's required to execute the laws that are passed by Congress. Now, the President defends this, saying that he is using prosecutorial discretion, and that argument is off the mark. Prosecutorial discretion exists in limited cases and in small doses. It has never been used for a class the size included in Barack Obama's executive order. Prosecutorial discretion means not prosecuting someone for wrongdoing. It does not mean providing benefits to those who are accused of wrongdoing. It also doesn't mean placing new obligations on agencies to aid those accused of wrongdoing. The President's executive action to dispense with parts of the immigration law and to claim prosecutorial discretion must be legally challenged to determine the scope of presidential power in the United States of America. To understand the magnitude of this issue and the reason why it must be determined now, let's just consider one of a multitude of hypotheticals going forward. If Barack Obama is allowed to dispense with this law, future presidents would equally be able to dispense with other laws. For example, you could see presidential candidates running for office in the next presidential campaign saying that they will dispense with any criminal liability for anyone who fails to pay income taxes for the next 4 years. Or more specifically, if you wanted to narrow it down, a president could say that anyone who fails to pay capital gains income taxes will not be prosecuted for the next 4 years, so long as they can show that they created at least one new job. That shows the danger of giving the president the power to dispense with laws that were passed by Congress. There is virtually no end in sight. Some other easy examples. To reach out for the greater good, which is the argument the president makes in this case. To reach out for the greater good, the president could say that he wants to increase job growth in this country and believes that the best way to do it would be to suspend the Dodd-Frank law for 4 years, or to suspend the enforcement of EPA laws for 4 years. The hypotheticals are virtually endless. If the chief executive of the United States is not required to abide by the limits that were imposed on the president in the United States Constitution.